Hello and welcome to Conquering Mount Scrapmore with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and today we're here with a viewer requested video on One Seam Flying Geese. But before we get into that, I want to talk to you about a YouTube channel I just discovered. It's Diane's channel, and her channel is called Diane Davis. Now that link is going to be in the show notes below. And I hope you guys go check her out. And when you do, and subscribe and like and all that other stuff, you tell her Brenda from Conquering Mount Scrapmore sent you. The other thing is we have a Facebook group, and we're making good use of those virtual rooms, and we're posting what we're working on, and we're just having fun. It's a very talented group. I'm very, very pleased at how that group has grown. So come on in. We have a quick, fun, little tutorial for you guys to play with. Okay, come on in. Okay, here we are at the sewing machine, and one of the things I'm going to caution you about the One Seam Flying Geese is that it does leave openings. So you're going to have to figure out how you're going to close the openings or make them, sew them down somehow. Because if you take your quilt to a long armor, and there's lots of three-dimensional areas that they can get their hopping foot or their free motion foot caught on, you're going to have problems. Sometimes the long armors don't even like these quilts, right? Because there's too much going on. But this is real simple. So we're going to line up our butterflies, and we're going to take this fabric, and we're going to go wrong side to wrong side, and we're going to just lay it down here on top. And then we're going to put another one on top, right side to right side. So basically, for the whites and the color, it's right side to right side, but the color you're laying wrong side to wrong side. Now, like I say, this makes a very quick, oh, where's my foot? Very quick little seam here. I should probably get my right foot on. Hang on. I got the wrong foot on. I knew this wasn't going to work. It's one of those, oh, it's going to work so quick. Yeah, no. Okay. Yeah, it's, if you're seeing what things that you like to see on this channel, please share, like, and subscribe. Over half of you are watching right now are not subscribed. And it's kind of concerned, isn't it? I know you don't have, there's people that, they just watch and, and they don't subscribe to anything. But if you like what you see, it would really help us out. Now, I'm just going to get this, just like so. That's how you do it. You can peek, make sure they're all lined up and stay lined up. And you sew towards that fold, right? This black here is folded. So now we're just going to show you again. You lay your white right side up. Like this one, your right side up. You put these to the wrong side, right? It's a little possum print that I'm working with here, and you just line it all up. And now this is not my idea. This came out a while ago, and I'm going to show you right here. Okay, now you keep all this stuff lined up, and you're sewing to the fold, right? Now, I'm just going to run a piece of, what do they call it, leader ender through, so I get more charity quilts made. Because, yeah, we need more charity quilts. I make charity blocks, and this is just leader ender, so this is nothing. This is like me saving thread on the project, because if I had to cut open all this stuff, right, let's put this to the side. Okay, so here are two One Seam Flying Geese, and what happens is when you open these up, they open just like that, and you would take them and you would press them now like this, because all that is a folded piece, right? Now the problem is these are left open. Now now I'm going to show you the back, because this is the trick for the back. You don't want to lose your point when you're sewing them together, so you open them, press them open, and you push down that little peak, that little point there. And if you had the good iron right close to you, you would just, I'm just going to finger press from this side. Okay, and I'm going to finger press it down, and I'm going to do the same with this one. Now, this is, we're going to do it this way. Okay, go this way first. Press it open. So you're opening up that folded fabric, and you're making a little point right at the tip, right at the tip, right, so that it lays flat. And now you're going to go to the front, you're going to space this out, yeah, just like so, and just finger press in place for now. If you had an iron close at hand, which I do not, you would use your iron to flatten this out. So now, what's going to happen is you're going to sew these two together, right? So the way you sew these two together is you put it like this. You line them up like that, and you make sure everything fits. And I'll just make sure everything fits. Now, you can line up the little, the whites as well, right? So you want to make sure, but you want to make sure when you're sewing, you're not crossing on this side, you're crossing on this side, right? So that's going to make it. Now, there's a lot of bulk here because you have like so many more layers. Like in a regular flying goose, you only have 2 layers. Well, 1, 2, 3, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have 7 layers right now. It does go quicker though. It does. It does. I will admit to that. So let's get in here. Let's see. Oops, and it just folded shut. Okay. Now, as we get closer to this point, we're going to make sure we stay on the good side of the point. And now we're just going to go out to the edge and run another leader ender through. Okay. Now I'm making charity quilts again. I love making charity quilts or community service quilts. I just love that I can do that, and I have the ability to do that. So now, this is what we got, right? The problem is, this is all flopping about and losing, you know. So now you have to kind of push it back to where it was, and you're going to sew it across the bottom. Because let's say that was your lat. You wouldn't want to put this in a quilt, or try to put this in a quilt with this hanging loose at the bottom, because it would be flipping and flopping and everything. So, just line this up. You do make a flying goose in one seam though. That you do. Okay, I got another piece of stuff to throw together. I'll put these two together. And I'll put that with this. Okay, here we go. Yeah. I should iron these little crumbs. It looks like there's a lot more to this, right? Okay, so here we are. This is open, and this is open. Now you have to make a decision on how you're going to keep this closed, right? So what I do, now, I'm going to show you 2 things here, or 2 different things you can do. Okay, and I've just got, I've got kind of a taupey color on the top thread, but that's okay. That's okay. That'll work. Okay, now, this is also a bias, so you can actually go through and roll that back. And I'm just going to roll it back with a little pin. Just a little pin, and just take it, just like that. And you can roll the other side back. Don't pull too hard, because you'll distort your block. Because right now this block is 4.5 inches square. Right? And now because you've secured this bottom, you can do this as well. And you basically are giving your flying goose a slight curve. Or you can just sew it straight and flat if you want. You know, it's up to you. It's your quilt block, your quilt, you can do whatever you want. But this is something that people do. So what I'm going to do is I've got my other foot on, and I'm just going to sew this down with a little curve. There we go. And I'm going to go all the way up to the top. And pull my pin. And I cheated. I sewed with my pin. I sewed right over my pin. And now we go the other way. And you want to just catch that edge. And there we go. And another little piece, that's fine. Put another leader ender through. And get the other side. There. And sometimes you have problems getting it right where you need to, so I just get a stiletto. This is a stiletto, is just a knitting needle. Any of you who knit probably recognize it right away. And okay, and you flip it, flip directions, and you get this over as far as you can, and you throw your stiletto across the room. No, not really. But if you have to sew with a stiletto, that's okay. And there we go. And there it is. There's your curved flying geese. And let me just get this off and we'll do a big ta-da moment. This is our cute, happy, scrappy one seam flying goose. Now I curved these edges on both the geese. You don't have to. You could just sew them down flat and they would look just lovely, right? The back looks a little strange because you've just got that one seam that I've pressed open, but you have your point when you do that, right? Like that's the only way you can see your point, is when you press them so that they meet that way. The other thing about this block is there's more layers of fabric here. There's 2 more layers of fabric within the goose than you would normally have. So that's something to watch out for, especially if you're doing a really large quilt. That quilt becomes very heavy very quickly because of all the extra fabric, right? That you, like I say, if you were just doing a goose, you wouldn't have a whole rectangle, you would have like a elongated triangle, right? So a 90-degree triangle, instead you have, the full rectangle. So I hope you try this. I mean, it's a fun little way, and it was a viewer requested video that we did. I decided it was going to be way too far off in the the filming schedule, so I decided, well, we'll just throw it in as a how-to, as a reference. So I hope you have fun with this. I hope you have a lovely week ahead, and that you have all this wonderful fabric that you can play with and have a great time. Okay, take care until next time. Bye! My husband and I would love to thank you for coming along with us on our quilting journey and the YouTube adventure that we're on. We have some wonderful plans for 2023, and it includes a lot more, like with the Facebook group and the rooms feature and sewing and hanging out with people. Those monthly Zoom sew dates are still in the works. We have a lot of fun ideas coming up for 2023, and we hope you share, like, and subscribe with your friends. That little notification button and subscribing to us really helps us out. Commenting helps us out too. So if you like what you're seeing, let us know. Even send us a heart on the comment. That helps so much for us. Okay, you have an absolutely fabulous 2023, and all of our best wishes for you in the future. Okay, take care. Bye.